Welcome everyone, Rowdy here, and it is Green Tower of Doom week. I have 5 Tower of Doom teams for pretty much all levels, from beginner all the way up to high level people. I'm only on floor 10 on this account. I'm through floor 15 on my secondary account. Right now I'm kind of just playing with this team just because it's fast and it's easy. Mountain Crusher, Queen Beatrix, who we all know creates 9 green and brown, does 104 true scatter damage. That is with Nisha Metals. And Independent, 40% chances to gain an extra turn, half mana back, and Leprechaun. I'm not using Archer, I'm using Warden, but I'm using Archer for the code for when I put it in the description. Archer will start with a 50% mana start. Warden does not. Eventually, I think this will probably get me through floor 20. I may end up switching out to Arboreal Crystal from Mountain Crusher, just because it'll explode 33 green gems for me, and will give a random status effect, and if it's upgraded, it'll also entangle the first enemy and restart the Leaf Storm. So that's my first team. Let's just take a look at that real quick. And then I've got 4 more teams. I have a feeling this is not going to be my final team. I'm kind of just using this, just for fun. And as long as you get looping going on this team, nothing's going to stop you. And the good thing is it basically kills everything all at the same time normally, so your entangle on the first troop is basically going to be there until the fight's over, unless you get very unlucky. Anyways, let's go look at the other 4 teams that I made for everyone. And myself as well, I guess I should say that. This team should be very fun. I'm going to try this one out as well. I've used this team in the past. And just so everybody knows, Tower of Doom, the troops all have to be green on Green Tower of Doom, but your weapon can be any weapon you want. But this one, damage to all and green to Doom Skulls. Guess what King Gob Truffle does? Does damage to all enemies and creates a mix of green and brown, so you're going to have a lot of green on the board. I'm using Dervish because it does give a barrier, and the Lightning Strike on level 70. Wild Queen makes a lot of green, steals attack from an enemy, and Tulio, who choose a color and enchant all allies of that color and give 6 mana to them, boosted by gems of that color. Well, pick green, and you're going to be doing just fine. This is a nice, interesting skull team. You might even be able to throw Lord of Slaughter in here somewhere if you're very adventurous. If I do that, I might let you know. Anyways, this is probably going to be the team that I'm going to go with, from 20 onwards. This is the one I normally use every time Green Doom comes around. Yasmin's Pride, if you have it, awesome weapon. Eliminates all armor from an enemy and gives all allies life boosted by armor eliminated on a 3-to-1 ratio. And some people use double Ketris here. I prefer Yao. That's just my personal preference. Only for the fact that it does damage to the first 2 enemies, and usually you'll want to strip armor from the first 2 and probably the last enemy, and that way Ketris can go ahead and just hit the one that still has armor on it, and then you're hitting the one that doesn't have armor, and transforms all purple to red, and that way you're getting free mana for Ketris and possibly refilling Yao. That's kind of why I like Yao just a little better than 2 Ketris. Sometimes they're a little hard to refill, and I would suggest using like Titan class with that, just for the barrier on brown, because once you're above 20, it's really a lot of HP. And this one, I think this one would take quite a long way. Shield of Verskaya gives an ally armor boosted by all enemy attack, and, well, the higher you get, you know, they're going to have more attack. It's on a 2-to-1 ratio. Enrage and Barrier them, you're going to want to cast that on Rowan, probably twice. Leprechaun will be your mana. And Setite Warrior, give armor to an ally, deals scatter damage equal to the ally's armor. Yeah, this is kind of like that difficulty 12 team that I put out probably about 2 months ago. Probably cast Shield of Verskaya on Rowan early game 1 time and cast Rowan, they'll probably all die. Later game, cast that twice on Rowan, cast Setite Warrior on Rowan, and then cast Rowan, and my guess is pretty much everything's going to be dead. And the last team I have is kind of more of a beginner team, and this is all going to be based on what the player has, but you're basically going to end up using Mang. You could use Earth's Fury if you want. Eliminates all armor from an enemy, deals damage, and gain attack equal to armor eliminated. Queen Isabel, if you have it, it's like Mang number 2. Deals damage to the first enemy equal to an ally's attack, so you're going to cast that on Mang. So if Mang has 400 attack, and you cast Queen, well, 400 attack, and it gives armor and attack to whoever you cast it on, and gives mana to all allies other than myself, which is kind of nice. And I just put Forest Guardian down here because it's a dual converter, purple to skulls and brown to green, and green is going to help refill your other troops. Leprechaun for your mana gen. You could as well, let me just do this real quick, any color and spell effect. Convert gems. If you don't have Forest Guardian, there's Alder Father. If you want to go with a complete, you know, a skull build, newer players aren't going to have Kurandara, most likely. Nimue would be just fine as well. Zerodar, which, you know, that's another underworld troop. Lord of Slaughter could be very interesting in this team, but I doubt too many new players have it. Anyways, there's 5 teams, maybe 6, 7, 8, depending on, you know, what you want to do with this. So anyways, I hope that helped. If it did, throw me a like. And everybody have fun with the Tower of Doom event and no world event this week. Yay. Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.